Sean, you have a radio? Yep. Cool. Okay, Henry, I'm power cycling the deck. Deck is back online. I'm coming back to get the multimeter. Okay, yeah, when I ran it, my reg upstream pressures are not crazy at all. When you get back, okay, I want to simulate I want to try turning the deck off and on again with Henry's computer one more time to try and replicate the weird high pressure thing, because it could honestly be a config or a versioning thing, because like when I run it here, my numbers are not that crazy. None of my slopes are set, but the for reg upstream and for both reg upstreams, my numbers are not crazy. Sounds good. Okay, power cycling the DAC one more time. Sorry, can you repeat? Power cycling the DAC. Power cycling the DAC. How's it looking? Sorry, can you repeat? The DAC is power cycled. How is it looking? Yeah, we are looking. So Sean, when you power cycled it, when I switched it to my computer, I wasn't able to replicate the issues, and then when we switched it back to Henry's computer, it also is not giving us the 8,000 psi reading either.
How are the rest of the readings looking?
So everything else is looking a lot better. I don't like. So we are seeing pretty reasonable numbers ever. If you want, I could like FaceTime you so that way you don't have to walk all the way back, or you can walk all the way back. Sean, were you able to probe the deck successfully?
Repeat.
Were you able to probe the deck successfully?
Yeah, I was reading around 18 millivolts on the load cell rails.
Did you probe the power supply rails?
Give me a second to verify. Rex, just to double check that I'm doing this right, can you confirm the physical location of the power supply rail?
The terminal for the power rails is going to be on the top right, about, yeah, on the right side, top middle. Guys, stop poking at things. We are reading good numbers.
Can you clarify what good numbers means?
Okay, we are reading 12 psi on lock strike downstream, 12 psi on lock strike tank upstream, 12 psi on lock tank downstream, but also different raw values on all of those, so it is believable. We're seeing 16 psi on engine manifolds, and we're seeing similarly reasonable numbers for fuel side. We are happy with these numbers. We're going to start moving back into ops, but please be very conscious of all the things you guys just did, and we should definitely talk afterwards to try and figure out what we did that fixed that. Okay, trail spotters, big news, we are feeling confident-ish. We are going to be resuming ops right now. Red team is just getting some water. Oh, they're literally getting water and putting it into the bucket. Okay. Yeah, but they just threw water in a bucket, and we're going to be starting ops momentarily.
This is the moment, trail spotters. This is the moment, trail spotters. If you need to go get like any water, or if you need to take a break, like say so now, or if not, get ready.
Good to reapproach the test stand. Okay, GC, PB7, closed out. Closing PB7.
Confirm.
GC, PB3, closed out. Closing PB3.
Confirmed.
GC, PB1, PB5, open valve, and for red team, just so you know, we are resuming from step 140. Opening PB1 and 5.
PB1 and PB5 open. For awareness, PB1 opened very slowly. We're gonna have someone check the compressor right now.
Yeah, muscle pressure is extremely low, so, yeah, we should reg that up. While that's happening though, red team R1 slowly regulate outlet pressure to 100 plus or minus 10 psi. Like I said, while you're here, please watch the gauge, but our PTs are reading much more reasonable numbers, so I feel like we can probably trust our callouts a bit more.
Starting to rig up.
40, 45, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, stop.
We've got just over 100 on our end.
Perfect. Okay. GC, PB1, PB5, closed valve. Closing PB1 and 5.
PB1 and 5 are closed.
Red team, R1, back off to 0 PSI.
R1 fully backed off.
Okay, we are going to be monitoring PT3 and PT4, for 1 minute. Yeah. We're seeing a extremely small leak, like fractions of a PSI per minute. So I'm willing to move forward from here. You guys don't hear anything, do you?
Negative.
Perfect, okay. We listened for any potential leaks. Don't spray with soapy water. You already said that you listened, so we're all good. Red team, move at least 20 feet behind the engine.
Red team is 20 feet behind the engine.
Okay, GC, PV3, open valve and leave open until PT3 reads 0 PSI. Opening PV3. Sorry, I stepped on him, but also, this is a venting step. Opening PV3. Closing PV3. Did you guys hear the check valve as you were rigging up?
Yes.
Okay, we did not have any leaks, so we're skipping step 230, moving on to step 240. Repeat op 40, steps 150 to 230, skipping 190 and 200, an additional one time to fully purge the system.
Is red team clear to reapproach?
Yeah, you're good to reapproach, sorry. Okay, GC, PB1, PB5, open valve. Opening PB1 and 5. Okay, red team, R1, slowly regulate outlet pressure to 100 plus or minus 10 PSI.
Regulating R1.
30, 40, 50, 60. 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 97, 98, and you're good. Stop.
You want us to confirm pressure down here?
Yeah, sure. What are you seeing on the gauge?
100 on the dot down here.
Perfect. Okay, GC, PB1, PB5, close valve. Closing PB1 and 5.
PB1 and 5 are closed.
Or, never mind. Okay, red team, R1, back off to 0 PSI.
R1 fully backed off.
Okay, red team, move at least 20 feet behind the engine.
Red team is moved.
Okay, GC, PB3, open valve and leave open. Opening PB3. Okay, GC, close PB3. Closing PB3. Okay, Red Team, you are good to reapproach the stand. We're going to be moving into Op 50, fuel side load. PPE required is nitrile gloves and eye protection. GC, create new DAC log file.
Creating new log file. The file name is C35, 3 characters, C35.
Just want to confirm those file names are getting written down.
The file name is C35, Charlie 35, it's 3 characters.
It's getting written down.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay, verify all steps in Op 40 have been completed. They've been completed. Red Team, don all PPE listed for Op 50 and verify when done.
Zane is donning gloves.
What'd you say?
Zane is donning gloves, but the small ones are here, so it's a little bit of a struggle. I guess since it's a water flow, do you want our loader to still don the gloves like it would be for ethanol, or can we just proceed with hands?
I'm a big believer in donning the gloves and doing it like we would normally test.
Sounds good, we'll proceed.
Okay, while that's happening, while PPE is being donned, Red Team PD8, verify closed.
PD8 is closed.
Awesome, okay, Red Team B3, verify closed.
B3 is closed.
GC, PB7, open valve.
Opening PB7.
PB7 is open.
Red Team, B4, open valve.
B4 opened.
Okay, Red Team, ESD strap, verify Red Team is properly grounded to the test stand.
Zane is grounded.
Good, we do not want any electrostatic discharge into the water. Red Team, B4 funnel, slowly pour, we're gonna do 9 gallons of distilled water into the tank. As a quick note to Red Team, please call out as you're loading in each gallon, and let us know when you're done.
First gallon is going in now.
First gallon's in. Second gallon going in. Third gallon going in.
Second or third?
Gallon going in.
Okay, sorry, you held up your fingers, but I can't see them from here.
Gallon going in.
Okay, that time all I heard was gallon.
What did you say? Repeat.
All I heard was gallon going in. Can you confirm the number?
Third. 3. Fourth gallon going in.
Thank you.
That is the last single gallon. After this, we're going to be doing the 2.5 gallon jugs.
Confirmed.
Two 2.5 gallons going in. At the end of it, you should read 6.5.
Confirmed.
Last of it going in. There should be 9 after this. All 9 gallons are in.
Thank you. Okay, Red Team, sorry, we were just discussing some stuff. We are Yeah, can you verify that all 9 gallons are in?
All 9 gallons are in. Just for reference, this got us right to the ball valve. I can see the water through the ball valve.
Okay, sorry, we're talking about some very unimportant stuff here. Red team, B4, close valve.
B4 closed.
Red team, B4 funnel, remove funnel from system.
Confirm.
Oh, okay, perfect. GC, PB7, close valve.
Closing PB7.
PB7 closed.
Okay, we are going to be moving into Op 60, pressurization preparation. The PPE required for this is face shield, ear protection, cryo gloves, apron, and lab coat. As a quick note to trail spotters and also just everyone at the table, we've been fairly, joking around and everything so far, but now we gotta be locked in, so, let's take things seriously now. Okay. I'm sorry, I just stepped on you twice, but just so you know, we are gonna, start live stream in a moment. Can you repeat whatever you said, though?
Never mind, it's irrelevant.
Sounds good. Okay, GC, create new DAC log file.
Creating a new file. The file name is 5682.
Okay, Op 70, verify all steps in Op 60 have been completed, or in Op 50, they've been completed. Yeah, some of the numbering on these ops are wrong. Red team, done all PPE listed for Op 60. And, verify when that's done.
PPE done. Sorry, I stepped on you.
No worries. Okay, Red team, R2, slowly regulate outlet pressure to 350 PSI.
Regulating R2 to 350 PSI.
Okay, 50, 60, 100, 110, 120, 150, 170, 180, 200, 215, 220, receiver, I know, 250, stop. Okay, we're at 241, we can push it a tiny bit higher, I'll read it out to you. It is 350, I misread that, that's my bad, you're good to keep going. 250, 260, 270, 280, 290, 300, 310, 320, 328, 330, 335, 340, 343, 344, 345, 346, 348, so 347, 348, and you're good to stop right here.
I am reading on the gauge just under 350. By 320-ish, 330.
That's fine. Okay, red team, R3, slowly regulate outlet pressure to 200 PSI, which is the maximum of the regulator.
Regulating R3. R3, regged all the way up.
PR, at this time, if you want to start setting up equipment, now's definitely the time to do it. Okay, red team, R1, slowly regulate outlet pressure to 350 PSI.
Regulating.
40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 120, 130, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200, 210 almost, 210, 230, 240, 250, 260, 270. I told him to go. 280, 290, 300, 310, 320, 330, 338, 340, 345, 347, and you're good to stop. Okay, red team, if you have to set up some GoPros, do that. Otherwise, you are good to retreat to the control room.
Setting up the GoPros now. GoPros are on, I'm heading back.
Perfect. Hi, Darren.
Hello, I'm here.
Okay, we're going to be briefing everyone on the engine hot fire sequence. We are obviously hot firing today. So, we are going to be flowing water, I believe first through the fuel side. We're then going to do a combined, or we're then going to do a lock side, and then we're going to do a combined run in the end. Do we know how long? So, for trail spotters, we are going to be moving into pressurization shortly. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, we're gonna actually move into this now. So, okay, GC, PB7, verify closed.
PB7 is closed.
GC, PB8, verify closed.
PB8 is closed.
Okay, pressurizing the fuel tank. GC, S6, open valve.
Opening S6.
Okay, tank pressures are good. We're moving on to step 150, GC, PB3, verify closed.
PB3 is closed.
GC, PB4, verify closed.
PB4 is closed.
Okay, pressurizing LOX tank, GC, S5, open valve.
Opening S5.
Okay. Okay, tank pressures are stable. GC, PB1, PB5, open valve.
Opening PB1 and 5.
And then GC, S3, open valve until the air compressor kicks on.
Opening S3. Closing S3.
Okay, as the air compressor goes, we are going to move into Op 80, Waterflow. GC, create new DAC log file.
Creating new log file. The file name is E276.
Okay, Triton, Op 80, verify all steps in Op 70 have been... Oh, the numbers here are wrong. Verify all steps in the previous step operation have been completed. They've been completed. GC, you're good to give us a quick brief of what the sequence is, and then give us a countdown and run the sequence.
All right, for the fuel side test, we're going to open fuel main run for 5 seconds. We're going to close it, and then after that closing, we're going to purge for 1 second. I am running the sequence in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay. Okay. GC, you're good to do the same for the lockside waterflow sequence?
Alright, for lockside, we're going to do something similar. We're going to open lock's main run for 5 seconds. Then it's going to close after 1 second. After that closing, we're going to purge for 1 second. Alright, we are running the sequence in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay. So, for the trail spotters, what our plan is right now is we are skipping the combined water flow sequence to conserve nitrogen. All the system activity has ceased, so we are going to move into Op 80. Now, this is Op 80 injector change. we are not going to switch out the injector. We are just going to go through the safing procedures in Op 80. We are going to go back to the test stand. We're going to regulate up the pressures, and then we are going to go for another water flow. So, Op 80, GC, create new DAC log file.
Creating new file. The file name is 7130.
Okay, red team, you are good to reapproach. Or no, you're not. I don't do that. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So, Ticon Op 80, verify all steps in Op 70 have been completed. They've been completed. Red team, done all PP listed for Op 80. That's face shield, ear protection, and lab coat. GC, PV1, PV5, closed valve.
Closing PB1 and 5. Gotcha. Closing PB1 and 5.
GC, S5, closed valve.
Closing S5.
GC, S6, closed valve.
Closing S6.
GC, PV3, open valve until PT3 and PT4 read 0 PSI. This is allowed venting.
Opening PB3. Closing PB3.
Okay, GC, PV7, open valve until PT13 and PT14 read 0.
Opening PB7. Closing PB7.
Okay, GC, verify PV7 and PV3 are closed.
PB3 and PB7 are closed.
Okay, GC, S1 and S2, we're gonna open them for 5 seconds and then close.
Opening S1, S2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Closing S1, S2.
Can we do another 1 second pulse on S1 and S2?
Pulsing S1, S2.
Okay, red team, you are good to return to the test stand, contingent on all PPE being done.
Red team is back at the test stand.
Okay, red team, we are going to be skipping step 120 and step 130 and step 140 and step 150 and 60 and 170 and 180 and we're going to be going back to op 60 right now. Okay, GC, create new DAC log file.
Creating new file. The file name is DD67.
Okay, Decon, verify all steps in the previous op have been completed. They've been completed. Red team, PPE, Donald PPE listed for op 70. That's face shield, ear protection, cryo gloves, apron, and lab coat. And verify when that's done.
PPE is done.
Okay, red team, actually, stand by. What?
Are there more radios at the control room?
Travis's radio is dead.
Sorry, what, you said someone's radio is dead?
Travis's radio is dead.
Joe, are there more radios, or, okay, yeah, Aiden is volunteering his radio.
No, I have an extra radio. We have 2 radios in this corner, so we can give one up.
Caleb, wait, why are you going to the test stand?
Who are you talking to?
Okay, red team, R2, we are going to be slowly regulating outlet pressure to 500 PSI.
Regulating R2 to 500 PSI.
Correct. 360, 370, 380, 390, 400, 410, 420, 430, 440, 440, 450, 460, 470, 474, 478, 480, 483, 484, 485, 486, 487, 490, 492, 493, 494, 495, 496, 497, you're good to stop.
For awareness, the gauge for R2 downstream is saying about 480.
Yeah, that's fine. And verify R3 is fully regulated.
R3 fully regulated.
Red team R1 slowly regulate outlet pressure to 500 PSI.
Regulating now.
370, 380, 390, 400, 405, 410, 420, 425, 430, 435, 440, 450, 455, 460, 465, 470, 473, 474, 475. Keep going. Just a little bit, but keep going. Yeah, 475, 478, 480, 485, 486, 488, 490, 492, 493, 495, 496, 497. You're good. spotters, can we have someone ready? Or yeah, actually Darren, he's on a different channel, isn't he?
We're Jugs.
Okay, red team, once all PR equipment is set up, you are good to retreat to the control room.
Red team is heading back.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go for another water flow here. This is at a higher pressure in order to just give us a lot more data on the injector as well as regulator lockout. I know Nico's excited hearing about that. Yeah, I think we're good to move into pressurization. Okay, GC PB7 verify closed.
PB7 is closed.
PB8 verify closed.
PB8 is closed.
Pressurizing fuel tank, GC S6, open valve.
Opening S6.
Okay, tank pressures have stabilized. GC PB3 verify closed.
PB3 is closed.
GC PB4 verify closed.
PB4 is closed.
Pressurizing lock tank, GC S5, open valve.
Opening S5.
Okay, tank pressures have roughly stabilized. GC PB1, PB5, open valve.
Opening PB1 and 5.
Okay, we are going to be skipping step 210 because our muscle bus pressure looks good. We are moving back into another water flow sequence. This time we are only going to be doing our combined water flow, and this is at a higher pressure. GC, create new DAC log file.
Creating new log file. The file name is 11F2.
Okay, verify all steps in Op 60 have been completed. They've been completed. GC, take it away.
Alright, so for the combined water flow sequence, we're going to be first opening the LOX main run, followed by, concurrent with that, after 250 milliseconds, we're going to open fuel main run for 10 seconds this time. After 10 seconds, they're going to close. We're going to pause for 1 second and then purge for 1 second after. Alright, we are executing the sequence in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay. 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 Control room, wait for all systems activity to cease, then wait 2 minutes to proceed. If there are more injectors to be tested, move to op 80, otherwise move to op 90. We are, I don't think there's anything else we want to test. Do you guys have anything else you want to see? We are out of water. That is a great point, Brady. So I think that marks the end of our test. What? Wait, what do we have fuel side? We have 20. We could do a fuel side run. Okay, we are moving into op 90 system safe. GC, create new DAC log file.
Creating new log file. The file name is P8P8.